Everyone believes betrayal happens somewhere else, to other couples, other relationships, other people, but not to them. Not to the person they trust the most, and definitely not to the love they believe will last forever. That's exactly what I thought. Until the night I saw a message I was never supposed to see. We met 3 years ago. It was a random afternoon at a small cafe. I wasn't even planning to stay long, just a quick coffee before going home. But then she walked in. She sat at the table next to mine, and after a few minutes, we started talking. First about small things, the weather, music, movies. But somehow the conversation kept going. 1 hour passed, then another, and before we realized it, we had been talking for almost 3 hours. That was the beginning. Our relationship didn't happen overnight. It grew slowly. We started meeting more often. Long walks through the city. Late night conversations about dreams and fears. We talked about everything. The past, the future, the kind of life we wanted to build. At some point, I realized something. I trusted her more than anyone, and that trust turned into love. For a long time, everything felt perfect, at least from my perspective. We traveled together, watched movies together, cooked dinner together. Sometimes we would stay awake until 3 a.m. just talking about random things. Friends used to say we looked like the perfect couple. And honestly, I believed them, because nothing seemed wrong. There were no big arguments, no obvious problems. Just two people building a life together. Or at least, that's what I thought. The first change was so small, I almost ignored it. One evening we were watching a movie. Her phone lit up. She quickly grabbed it and flipped it over. I didn't ask anything. Not because I didn't notice, but because trust makes you ignore things that might hurt you. Still, something felt different. Something I couldn't explain. After that evening, I started noticing small things. She spent more time on her phone. Sometimes she smiled while texting. Other times, she left the room to answer messages. Whenever I asked who she was talking to, the answer was always the same. Just a friend. And I believed it. Because when you love someone, you don't want to imagine the worst. One night, she fell asleep early. The apartment was quiet. The lights were off. Only the soft glow of the streetlights entered through the window. Her phone was on the table. Then suddenly, the screen lit up. A message appeared. I didn't want to look, but something inside me said I should. So I picked up the phone, and that moment changed everything. The message was simple. I miss you already. That was it. Just 5 words. But those 5 words felt like a knife. My heart started racing. I opened the conversation, and what I saw was months of hidden messages, late night conversations, private jokes, plans to meet. Things she once said only to me, now she was saying them to someone else. The next morning, I asked her the truth. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I just asked one question. Who is he? For a moment, she said nothing. Then she looked down, and slowly, she admitted everything. According to her, it started as nothing. Just messages, just conversations, just someone she met online. But messages turned into late-night talks. Late-night talks turned into emotional connection. And emotional connection turned into something else. Something she never told me about. What hurt the most wasn't the messages. It wasn't the lies. It was the realization that while I believed everything was perfect, she was already emotionally somewhere else, living 2 relationships at the same time. One real, one hidden. That day I packed my things, not because I hated her, but because something important was gone. Trust. And once trust disappears, love struggles to survive. When I walked out the door, she asked one last question. Will you ever forgive me? I stopped, thought about it, and said the only honest answer I had. Maybe. Betrayal teaches you something important about people. Not everyone who says they love you truly understands what love means. And sometimes the end of a relationship is actually the beginning of something better. A life where you no longer doubt your worth, and where love doesn't hide behind secret messages.